Our big story at this hour, Governor Jay Inslee announced new guidelines just a few hours ago for spectator events as well as religious and faith-based organizations.
Under the new guidelines, a vaccinated section can be seated at full capacity at churches and spectator events. KREM 2's Ian Smay is live at Union Stadium in Meade tonight to talk about the updated guidelines. Ian?
We are at Union Stadium, where Gonzaga University plans on holding an in-person graduation this weekend. Now, the main change after Inslee's announcement is new capacity rules regarding separate sections for vaccinated and unvaccinated people. Outdoor facilities can now add vaccinated sections until their capacity hits 50%, or 22,000 people, whichever is less. When it comes to indoor facilities, it depends on what phase the facility's home county is in. Vaccinated sections can be added to indoor facilities until they reach 50% capacity, or 2,000 people, whichever is less. For those in Phase 2, a vaccinated section cannot exceed 200 people, and for those in Phase 3, that limit is raised to 400 people. I told Spokane's interim health officer, Dr. Francisco Velasquez, about Inslee's announcement earlier.
But I think the goal is really not necessarily to segregate those who are immunized, but to really encourage all that can to get immunized.
Velasquez also said he thinks that Inslee's decision will help encourage more people to get vaccinated so they can once again participate in large events. He also says that continuing to vaccinate as many people as possible will be key in getting Spokane's COVID-19 numbers down and beating the current spike we are seeing. He added that he thinks the cases we are seeing now are no longer from events such as the NCAA tournament, spring break, and Easter weekend. But even with the events now in the rear view, he still thinks it may be a number of weeks before Spokane gets back to satisfying the current Phase 3 metrics.
If you think about it, we have trended in the wrong direction for quite some time. Although we saw a slight improvement for about a week, but we just spiked up again. So it'll probably take us a few weeks to get back to the rates that are required for Phase 3.
Velasquez said that in addition to vaccinating more people, it will be important for the public to follow health guidances and to limit gatherings to beat the current spike. Now, this comes just a day before Inslee is set to announce which counties are going to be rolling back to Phase 2. Velasquez told me earlier that he hasn't seen or heard anything from the governor's office that would suggest Inslee is planning a pause on rollbacks for counties not meeting the current metrics. In Meade, Ian Smay, KREM 2 News.